Hi everybody, my name is Danny Wells and I'm a Regional Vice President and Independent Consultant with Arbonne International, and many of you have seen there's a really exciting event coming up called the GreenBay event. The theme this year is I Have Decided, perfect theme, and this is an event put on by Donna Johnson and a group of other NVPs, which I'll just go over in a second. And every year they put this on for anybody that is an area manager by the time that this event is. So this event's in August. So if you want to be able to go to this event, which I know many of you will do, you need to be an area manager, paid as area manager, by the end of July. So I'm just going to go through for a couple of minutes all the details about this event. And then we've got a special guest speaker, the amazing area manager, Alison Hutchinson, who actually went to the event last year to share her experience and fill in anything that I could possibly have missed. So I'm just going to share my screen to show you where all of the details are. So I've created a group with some of the information in, but I've linked it to a source that everybody can get into. So basically, it's on the 25th of August to the 27th. That's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And there is a website link here, which takes you to all of the information, which I can just show you on here. This is on Donna's website. This has got everything on, so you can print this out. So here are the dates. So it's their 15th annual retreat that they do every year. And these are all the NVPs that are speaking. As you can see, we've got our own UK Ian Pritchard there, which will be fabulous. And then if we scroll down, it's just got a little bit of information to have a read through. Have a print this up and have a read. And it goes through the details. So I'm just going to go back to the event that I've made because I've categorized it so it's really easy to understand. So ideally, the first thing you want to do is book your flights into GreenBay. And Alison's going to touch on this. You're likely going to have to book connecting flights. That's absolutely fine. Alison can share her experience on that. The latest time you want to arrive is Thursday lunchtime. Obviously, if you want to arrive earlier, fabulous, but you don't want to arrive any later than Thursday lunchtime. And then there is a free shuttle that's been put on by the Hyatt Hotel that picks you up from the airport. That's about a 5-minute trip to the hotel, so you just need to organise that. Thursday, I'm just going to go through the itinerary in a moment. You've got your training and your evening meal. And then you want to be looking at staying Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night at the very least. Again, if you're flying over from the UK, like many of us are, you can obviously look at staying longer to account for the jet lag. But these are the minimum. So Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night. And it's $118 per night based on 2 people sharing. So split that in half if you're happy to share a room. And then book that for the 3 nights. And if you tell them that you're booking under the Arbonne special value rate, you'll get that discounted rate, which is obviously a bargain for an overnight stay. The training is on Friday, so Thursday night, Friday day, and Friday evening, and Saturday day, and into the afternoon, evening. And then look at flying back, possibly Sunday, again, depending on how you feel with flying back at that time. If you've got to get back for childcare or work, then you want to be coming back after the training's all finished. The tickets for the whole weekend cost $169 for everything throughout the weekend. It's just paying for your accommodation and your flights on top of that. So again, that's absolutely fantastic for a whole weekend of fabulous training. So just going back to the link that Donna's put on the Spirit Wings website, here you've got everything that you need to know. So this is what I was saying to print off, 4 pages, everything you need to know about becoming an area manager to be able to go. You've got the price if you want a ticket for the weekend, and a price if you're going to bring a spouse or somebody with you for the weekend. Children are welcome, but it does say that if you've got a baby, you can take the baby with you, but just be mindful and respectful of other people there. And if you've got children, then you'll just need to sort out childcare for the training where you're at the event. But you could take the family along if you want to. As far I think I've been told it's on a golf course. Okay, so the event times: Thursday 3 till 5 you've got training, 5 till 7 you'd have dinner with people and be networking, and then 7 till 9 is training again. And then Friday it's 8:30 in the morning till lunch, and then you've got lunch and then training in the afternoon, and then you've got dinner on the Friday night, and then an evening with the stars. And then Saturday you've got Saturday morning training, and that finishes at lunchtime. And then if you're a national vice president now or by then you are invited back to come to an NVP only, invite only, NVP picnic fireside chat at Donna and Thomas's Lake House home. Well, that's incredible. So if you're promoted to National Vice President by August the 1st, you're invited to that. It's got a little bit of the dress code there on here. a bit about the accommodation. I've got the website up for the hotel, and again, Alison can touch on that. It's the Hyatt Regency GreenBay Hotel, so you can have a look through that. And just go back here. You've got your meals and picking your food options there. So vegan options, vegetarian, and speciality if you're gluten intolerant or need something, you can let the hotel know. So that's a little bit about the event itself. So I'm going to pass it on to Alison that can fill in anything I've missed and just share her experience about why you absolutely 100% have to be there. So thank you so much, Alison, for your time this morning and for sharing your experience.
That's okay, Danny. No, really happy to help. So I'm Alison Hutchinson, and I was an area manager last year. I promoted after GreenBay the year before, so this was my first opportunity to go. And I saw a link on Donna Johnson's page and had been following the link for probably a year, looking at the speakers, and was just really excited by it. And last year we had our retired president, Rita Davenport, was also speaking. And I just really wanted to go along. So I made the commitment that I would put the money aside and actually take myself there. I was actually the only representative from the UK there last year, which was just amazing, woohoo, because they just embraced me. It was the most amazing event to be at because you really do get to rub shoulders directly with NVPs that have been in the company for 20 plus years, that knew Petter Mork and the family and could really just engage with you in a very different way. I think some of the big UK conferences do. It was a much smaller event last year. I think it's going to be twice the size this year. There were about 600 of us. And it started, I flew over on the Wednesday and I flew into Chicago and then got a connecting flight up to GreenBay. So I arrived in GreenBay sort of about 6 o'clock in the evening, and I'd organised a shuttle from the hotel. I think the Hyatt has already sold out the room block that we have already allocated. And Pat, who is Donna's amazing PA, is sorting out another block of rooms. We stayed at a hotel called Tundra, which was GreenBay is sort of quite northern in the States and quite rural. I suppose like hunting, shooting, fishing. Our hotel had an awful lot of stuffed animals in it. It was like the most bizarre place to be. If you're vegan, it's perhaps not for you. But it also had in it an indoor water park. So, one of those like you see outdoors and you can go to Austin Towers and there's rides and, flumes and all that. But there's all of that inside. So obviously when it gets down to minus 20 in the winter, you can still use it. So if you were thinking of going with the family and your husband, you could literally leave him and the kids in the Tundra all day on the water flume. They'd be slightly wriggly when you got there home at night. So we stayed there, and on that first evening they put on a special Discover Arbonne. So I went along to that, and then the actual conference started the next day.
Was that, Alison, was that the Wednesday evening?
Yeah, that was the Wednesday evening, yeah. So that's a special, I don't know if they'll do that again this year. And then the Thursday the conference started, and there was a shuttle that took us from all the various hotels, because again we spilled out into other hotels last year, back and forwards to the conference centre. And then the conference itself was just amazing because it was filled with NVPs talking about their experiences, sharing their life journey, sharing training notes. This year, not only have we got Ian Pritchard there, so a UK NVP, but also Julie Newcomb and her daughter Jodie Whittemore, who is our upline. So, we go through UK into the States through Susan McCannon, and then Julie is Susan's sponsor. So just to get to hang out with people like that is amazing. And also this year, Chris and Amy Weilart are speaking. And I bumped into them in the lift in Vegas. And they are just the most lovely, down-to-earth, beautiful couple. And I think you really do get that from being at GreenBay. For me, it changed the way I thought about the business, the way I thought about myself. it's got a very Christian ethos. And a guy, one of the speakers, but also he leads a lot of the conference, Keith Kutcher, is there. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce his surname, but he is very spiritual, has a real Christian faith that really comes out in the conference. And he just got us thinking very differently about why we were doing Arbonne, what our life purpose was, that whole sort of the grounding of it for you that made perfect sense to me and really put it all in perspective. So I think I did come back a changed person. I came back with much more belief in me, much belief in the industry and the company, just because I'd seen these people that literally had been in it all their life, who were introducing their children to it. And it just give me that social proof that actually I was in the right place at the right time. It finished on the Saturday lunchtime, as it does this year, and then that Saturday afternoon we had the afternoon to network and do what we liked. And in fact, I hooked up with some Americans that kept saying to me, come and see the GreenBay Packers with us. And I thought, this is how I'm not into sport at all, I thought the GreenBay Packers was like a baseball team. And I've seen American baseball, and I was just like not terribly interested. I was like, and I was trying to be really polite, whilst not saying I think that might be really boring. I literally got the death, and they went, no, really, the GreenBay Packers are an amazing football team. And I was like, really? They're American football? And they were like, yes. So I went along to that. So we had a most fabulous evening, just really bonding with people and really enjoying them. And the Packers won, which was great. Oh my goodness, I think Packers won. They won in my head anyway, even if they didn't win.
Donna always talks about the GreenBay Packers because her and Eric Worre tease each other, don't they?
They do, don't they? Yeah. So her and Thomas are big GreenBay Packers fans. So let's do that on the Saturday, and then we just hung out together. And then I got a flight back to Chicago on the Sunday morning. I then spent the day in Chicago, had literally a day prospecting, which was great. And then I got a night flight back to the UK, which meant I arrived in Heathrow Monday, sort of late morning. I think actually it was almost Monday lunchtime, perhaps early afternoon. There's lots of flights going in and out of Chicago, but Chicago is the best airport to fly into. But then you do need a connecting flight up to GreenBay.
How long did it take, Alison, to get from Chicago to GreenBay?
Oh, it was a tiny hop. I guess it was probably an hour. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. But I looked at driving, and drive was about 2.5 hours. And I just thought, it's not worth the hassle of buying a car, thinking what am I going to do with it, getting myself lost. It was just easier to get on that connecting flight. Yeah. Especially when I was on my own. I was coming off a long haul flight. I thought, I'm not going to be, at my best, am I? I'm going to be tired and a bit jet lagged. Getting in a car, driving on the wrong side of the road, not a good idea. So, but honestly, I'm booking to go again. I'll definitely go. I'd love to take some of my team with me. You need to be an area manager by August the 1st. So promoted at the end of July. So, that's everything to play for. You've really got time to do that, guys. So definitely dig your heels in, heads down, blinkers on, as they say, and just go for it. It really will be a life-changing experience. Yeah, great, Danny.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Alison, for sharing your experience. Myself and Ian are going, and it was fabulous what you just said then about the hotel with having the child and the balloons and everything. So that's going to be perfect for us because obviously we're going to have to take it in turns to go to the training. And I already know quite a few people are going, so you won't be the only one this time, Alison. So I agree with Alison. If you're watching this and you love to do something fun and you want to go to something where you're going to leave, and kind of absolutely have had your mindset grown, your vision grown, and like Alison said, to have rubbed shoulders with highly successful people. And in America, and Alison will agree with me, when we went to Arizona, and I'm sure she'll say the same about GreenBay, the people in America are so warming. It's like being in a family. It can be quite bizarre to us cold Brits. Obviously, we can be a bit cold sometimes, but you get used to it. And it is like being in a family. They will literally pull you over and be like, come and sit with us. And we're like, are you sure? Really? Honestly? And they're like, yes, sit with us, have dinner with us. And it is so family orientated and friendly and warm and nice. So I 100% agree with Alison. If you can only go to a couple of events this year, and obviously you're already going to AAC, I would 100% make sure that the other event that you can get to is GreenBay. I absolutely agree. Would you say, Alison?
Yeah, I would. If you didn't go to Vegas because time wasn't right for you, and you can only do another event that's international, then I think GreenBay is definitely worth going to. Yeah.
Fabulous. Okay, everybody, I hope that's been really useful. If you want to have a look further at booking your accommodation and booking your flights and working towards area, then go onto the Spirit Wings website, and it's got the link with those 4 pages off. Print that off and start going through what you want to do. Or I have put the link on the event on the Do More page, but I'm sure that will be shared out in numerous places. And if you can't find it anywhere, please do contact me or Alison. I can send it to Alison, or she's probably got it anyway. So contact us and we can send that to you. Thank you so much, everybody, and thank you, Alison.
You're welcome. See you soon. Bye.
Bye.